How very simple life would be, if only there were two of me. A restless me to drift and roam, a quiet me to stay at home. A searching one to find his fill of varied skies and newfound thrill, while sane and homely things are done by the domestic other one. And that's just where the trouble lies. There is a restless me that cries for chancy risks and changing scene, for Arctic blue and tropic green, for deserts with their mystic spell, for lusty fun and raising hell. But shackled to that restless me, my other self rebelliously resists the frantic urge to move. It seeks the old familiar groove that habits make. It finds content with hearth and home, dear prisonment, with candlelight and well-loved books, and treasured loot in dusty nooks, with puttering and garden things, and dreaming while a cricket sings, and all the while the restless one insists on more exciting fun. It wants to go with every tide, no matter where, just for the ride. Like yowling cats, the two selves brawl, until I have no peace at all. One eye turns to the forward track, the other eye looks sadly back. I'm getting wall-eyed from the strain. It's tough to have an idle brain. But one says stay and one says go, and one says yes and one says no. And oneself wants a home and wife, and oneself craves the drifter's life. The restless fellow always wins. I wish my folks had made me twins.
You got the heart that is bigger than the sun. You got the smile that is wider than the fun. Whatever you imagine will come true. Whatever you wish upon a star will do. And there is only one thing you should really love. It is your heart when it sings up above. Hey you over there, it's time to get up and make the world shine. It's time to get back to feeling so fine.
Right. Couple of things left to do before that's Crusoe. He's very excited this morning. Before we hit the road, we're going on holiday today. Whilst Tara's inside packing, I've got to do a couple of little jobs. Shouldn't take too long actually to do. The first job is to finish putting up some security cameras just around the place so that we can keep an eye on the farm whilst we're away. It's also pretty good fun to watch what's going on at night time if some animals wander through or if something's going on. Anyway, I've got to put up a camera. Shouldn't take more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. So, there's the boy. He's super stoked. He doesn't actually know what holiday means. Huh?
We're going on holiday!
We're going on holiday! Okay, let's get it done. We've put cameras already up here in the courtyard, over by the tiny house, which is where the office is. And also up on the vegetable patch, there's a camera, just having a look down so we can watch whether bunny rabbits or wild pigs go in there and nibble away. It's not quite sophisticated enough to keep an eye on those blasted caterpillars. We can put it here
Okay.
on the corner and then we'll be able to see down the entrance to the Adega.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okie doke. All right, I'll put them there. Actually, this one's a black one. I think what we want here is probably a white one, isn't it?
Yeah, if we're going to paint it.
We're going to paint it.
Isn't it?
All right, so I'll go and get one.
Okay, friends. Okay, left. And then the dress. You're welcome, Mommy. You're welcome.
Okay, got a white one.
Nice. Those are instructions, which basically mean Daddy ain't looking at them.
I already fitted a few of them, so I kind of know what I'm doing now. I mean, it is really easy.
So I must admit, security cameras are not something that I had ever envisaged we would need all the way out here in northern Portugal, but actually they make me feel so much more secure. Being able to keep an eye on the farm while we're away is super important. But also when we're here, just knowing that there's some kind of sort of, I don't know, presence that could make anybody who felt like they needed to come and find us feel a little bit less inclined to do so. So, yeah. Thanks so much to Reolink for providing us with these cameras. We really are very genuinely very grateful.
We chose a camera that is almost zero maintenance. You know, you just stick it up there. You don't have to plug it in. You don't have to do anything. You download an app and then it looks after itself and lets you know and records every time something happens that walks in front of it. It's got this technology that means there's very little in the way of false alarms and what have you. I'll show you the app in a minute. It's pretty snazzy. So that's it. There's basically 2 holes in there. Job's done. Now it's just basically plug in and play. Super easy. And that's it. We're installed there basically. Just going to put it on the telephone.
Hey everybody.
All right, let's put it up on the wall here.
Cool. That's amazing, isn't it? The clarity is incredible.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, so now basically we've got the whole of the Not Garage door and the walkway, the path up to
House.
the entrance. Yeah, the house.
Love it.
And it will record and store all of the information every time somebody walks past, every single time, all through the day and all through the night. It's got night vision, so it picks everything up at night time. And it'll put it on the memory card that is then accessible on my telephone from anywhere in the world, which I absolutely love. We're not expecting anybody to walk in here whilst we're away, but peace of mind is pretty important, isn't it?
Absolutely. So if you're interested in doing something like this for yourselves, these are the Reolink Argus PT. We'll put a link down to the Reolink website in our description. And as it happens, they're having a 14th anniversary mega sale. I think up until, I'll double check the date shortly, almost up to 40% off on a lot of products, including these. So do make sure you check it out if home security or kind of this sort of thing is what you're looking into.
All right. Before we go, the last job before we head off on our holidays is to make sure that these chickens can't get out of this chicken coop. Fifi and Sudza have got very, very, very clever at jumping out of this coop. But the first time they did it, they managed to climb the tree. What I'm going to do is take some more chicken wire and put a run around the top, and hopefully that'll stop these naughty chickens from getting out while we're away. All right, let's crack on with that. First thing to do is roll out the length of this, the right length, and then give it a chop. Okay. Has everybody watched Nick Park's Chicken Run? It's a cartoon, but it's kind of an adult cartoon, but for kids as well, and it's all about chickens trying to escape their chicken run. Well, in that video, in that film, the chickens are watching a farmer make their pen, and they're planning their escape, and I really feel, looking over there at those 4 chickens all standing there looking at me, they're watching what I'm doing and they're making a plan. So I'm gonna have to make this super robust for sure. Well, there you have it. That is a job well done. Well, a quick job well done. I've put wire mesh, chicken mesh, really high, and it also comes in over the top. Anyway, the job is done. It's now time to go and get these sweaty clothes off. Everything's ready on the farm. It's good to be left alone. Let's go on holiday. Are you ready to go on holiday? We're not going for a little while. Right, what have you chosen to take with you on holiday, Crusoe?
Octopus.
Octopus, yeah? And what's that down there? What are they? Are you taking your diggers with you? Yeah, and your water pipe. Almost packed and ready to go. Something interesting is happening around the farm at the moment. You can probably hear in the background chainsaws. They make me nervous. Our next door neighbour, his property is huge and he owns a big chunk of land all the way around ours. And he's harvesting a bunch of trees, mostly pine trees at the moment. I had a chat with the boss of the neighbouring farm this morning and just said, hey, look, man, please don't come anywhere near our pines. He's like, of course, you know, they're on your property, but it's always good to just double, triple check that they're not going to be accidentally chopping our trees down, because whilst you can get compensated for something like that, it takes a blooming long time to grow a tree that's so big and so tall. So hopefully he doesn't, I'm sure he won't, but anyway, you know, it is a bit nervous leaving them just to get on with it and then heading off. Good news is I've got the cameras down on the lawn as well as being around all over the place, so we can keep an eye on it. You know, not in a Big Brother George Orwellian type of way, but just, you know, it's good to have eyes on. You're going to put it in the car seat. Make sure it gets there, hey? Oh, come on. There's a lot of sand on that. Should we put it on the floor? There we go. Use octopus to wipe it away. Good job, Lisa. I'll put these in the boot, will I?
No, I'll just keep it safe.
Keep it safe?
Yeah.
What? Shall I put it safe in the boot?
No.
Shall I put it down near your potty?
Yeah. No.
Well, but it's filled with sand, buddy. We're still not ready to go yet, though.
We've got one last job to do before we leave the farm, my love.
What's that?
Collect bounty for our new friends.
Okay, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So in this basket, I already have the first of our patty pans.
Great.
We've got some garlic.
Okay.
And just the one, but our very first beetroot.
Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to hand those over when we meet our new friends a little bit later in this episode.
Yeah.
Cool.
So first we've got quite a drive ahead of us.
Okay.
And let's go get some plums.
Righto. Okay.
And load up into the car.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Basket of bounty.
Yum yum.
Sippy cup. Let's get on our way. I'm so ready.
Let's do it.
Let's go on holiday. The poem that I read at the start of this episode felt like such a fitting tribute to this little adventure that we're on. We personally have been battling internally with the desire to travel, but also to be at home on the homestead. And today, we're meeting a couple who face a similar life dilemma. So we were really looking forward to swapping notes and spending time with them.
Okay, we are in Monchique.
Monchique.
Monchique. There's a pop band.
John hasn't been on the road for a while.
Yeah, never mind. Monchique.
We've made it to the Algarve and the beautiful little mountain town of Monchique.
Monchique, which is obviously nicer than Monchique. Monchique is sort of midway between Monture and Monchique.
And Monchique is way more
Chic. Absolutely.
It's
So
a very cool little town. We arrived last night, we had a little wander around and spent the night in an apartment in the middle of town, and this morning we're on our way.
well, just over here.
Very cool people.
Yeah, just down at the bottom of the hill. We're expecting Drew and Brittany from Mr. and Mrs. Adventure to be just sort of sat at a coffee shop over there. So
Yeah, hopefully.
the plan is today just to go and have a look at their farm. They've just bought this big watermill, I think, and
Yeah.
what is it, 5 acres of
I
land?
think it's 5 acres, yeah. Yeah,
Compare
plans.
projects. Compare the projects
Yeah,
and
compare
then
projects, talk about life in Portugal and just meet some new people, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. I know a lot of you already follow them, I think, so if you do, give us a thumbs up.
yeah,
And if you don't, we'll link down to their channel below so you can go and check out their project. It's pretty epic.
absolutely. Okay, Sawyer, Crusoe, best behaviours please. Let's go and have some fun. Okay, so we've just had a lovely coffee with Drew and Brittany. That was super easy
so
to.
good.
And I think they're going to take us for a wander around Monchique.
Monchique, well
Monchique.
done. Then off to the mill.
Jolly good.
I'm most excited.
Yeah, me too.
If you haven't met this lovely pair before, this is Drew and Brittany from Mr. and Mrs. Adventure, a couple who set off on a year-long van life honeymoon that's kind of never ended. Until now. They've been travelling full-time for the past 7 years and have finally found a place to put down roots in the Algarve, in southern Portugal.
Well, I tried to get them to ring the old church bells, but I guess that's not going to happen today.
They didn't make it. What a lovely old building, eh? Is there a story behind it, Drew? Is it just, you know?
Well, a long, long time ago. No, I really don't know.
Fair. So we're driving around Monchique at the moment. Monchique at the moment.
1 kilometre.
Along these windy little roads. It's brilliant fun. And Drew and Brittany have said we're going up to the top hill, the highest mountain in the whole of Algarve.
Yeah.
And we don't even have to walk there. So
It is hot.
the boys are in the back falling asleep, which is great. They're going to have their little nap. We're going to go to the highest mountain in Algarve, and then after that we're heading over to Casa de Drew and Brittany.
I must admit, it is so beautiful up here. There's kind of, I don't know what I'd pictured, but it wasn't that it would be so green, so mountainous, kind of familiar to what we're used to back at home. It is definitely a lot hotter though than we are up in the north currently. I know they've just come out of a bit of a heat wave. Brittany was saying that actually these days that we're here are a bit cooler than it has been. So you've definitely got to be cut out for life in the sunshine and in the heat, but it's really, really lush and lovely. And the village of Monchique has got so much character and charisma, and it's really kind of quirky and eccentric, and there's a bit of a hippie vibe about the place, which is, I don't know, it's cool. It just seems like a really cool place to be. So I'm excited to see the mill and to see the place that Brittany and Drew are making into their home, because it sounds incredible, and the story of how they ended up here is, I don't know, it's a pretty special one. So
Now, if you've not come across Mr. and Mrs. Adventure before, the links are somewhere there. We'll link to them.
And we'll also pop it in our description. So
Yeah. They've got a lovely project here that actually is a bigger project than us.
massive. Anyway, we're almost at the top of the mountain. So looking forward to looking down on this view and then heading to the mill.
Do you know, when we're working on the farm, you forget what a beautiful place you live in. It's so easy to do, of course. I guess it's like anywhere in the world, you know, you live in the countryside or you live in the city, there is beauty all around us, definitely. And it's so easy to forget that beauty and what it actually means to you, and that it's all there. And then you come away and you see a place like this and you get magnificent views like this, and you're reminded of the beauty of foreign places, of different places, but also reminded that you've got cool stuff at home too. It's all around us. Beautiful place. You know, it's always so weird coming to a place, and we've done it a few times recently, that you've watched on TV,
Yeah, I was just thinking exactly that.
and then suddenly you get here and here you are. It's kind of... Whose house? Yeah, that's right. Come on, let's go. Let's go and have a look around.
Did I see eggs in there?
Now, before you go down in case this is where the fridge is.
Thank you guys.
So we're super excited about because there's eggs from our chickens.
Okay.
There's our very first beetroot, our very first patty pans,
No way.
and a bunch of plums, which Crusoe nearly ate the entire lot on the way down.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you for having us.
Oh my gosh, it's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Cool, yum yum.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, we didn't even taste those patty pans yet, so
Let us know what they're like.
yeah, hopefully you
Our
wake
neighbours
up
didn't know
after
what
you've
they
eaten.
were either. They were like, I don't know what you. And we grew those from seed, which makes me so excited.
Dude.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go, man.
That is amazing.
I'm excited to whip up some omelets this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and some garlic actually. There's
Perfect.
like our first garlic property.
Oh,
Enjoy.
gosh.
We don't quite have things growing yet, but we aspire to have that. I mean, you guys have an extensive garden.
We
so.
do, but we have had the most amazing help from our neighbours. We couldn't have done it without them. So,
Aw.
yeah.
Well, we attempted to grow or at least make something that was inspired by you guys. So
Oh,
you'll see
exciting.
in a
Okay.
moment.
Okay, cool, man.
All right,
Let's
shall
leave
we?
the goods,
Yeah, let's do
leave
it.
the-
Let's do it.
Yeah, I thought they might get rid of it.
Crusoe's
Sorry,
already
my
hard at
friend.
work making sure that your
Nelson's not
Oh,
here
good.
today, but you've got Crusoe.
That's right.
Yeah.
come on, Crusoe, let's go.
You have him well trained to be a worker.
Yeah,
I can
man.
tell he's been doing a lot of projects with his father.
He has. It's so quiet down here.
This is incredible. It's so peaceful.
You should hear like some of the nights when the moon's out, the birds singing and
Yeah.
the frogs and
Yeah.
the sappo and
Sapple is
there's
a
toad. Yeah, I've learned some animal names.
And the stars. It's so dark here at night too. But we've been working hard on clearing the land, really focusing on getting the eucalyptus at least 50 meters away from the structure.
And this is Brittany and Drew's incredible watermill home, a place that has captivated many an imagination over the decades, and that has finally found the people that'll breathe life into its walls and make this magical valley a home. Now, remember that special Newbie-inspired surprise project that they promised? Well, you'll have to head over to watch their video to see the whole process. But let's just say we were super stoked to have a little patch to remind us of home to spend some time on.
Drew and Brittany have just been telling me this morning how they put down this lawn, this piece of grass. If you want to find out more about that story, head on over and watch their video. It's on their channel. Do go and listen to that story because it's quite funny. And if you guys have been with us for a little while, you'll recognise their endeavours and their hard work. Brilliant.
Yes, we patted it down, like 1 foot at a time, just like you did after you planted your grass.
We've been sat here all afternoon having the most amazing chit-chats with Drew and Brittany on their lovely little patch of lawn. But now we're going to go and have a look inside the mill.
Let's do it.
Yes, please.
Let's do it, Drew.
Let's do it. Come on, guys.
Let's go and have a look around.
So right now we're going into the original part of the watermill. This is where they used the grinding stones to make corn flour, which is used to make all of the regional cakes and breads. Cornbread and the bolo de tachu, which is the famous cake of the area. But this is it.
Wow, it's got a tree in the middle of it.
We should explain that a Dutch couple did purchase this before us and they started renovating it into a home. Unfortunately, they weren't able to complete the project, but that's what we're here for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, what a huge space.
This was the original mill wheel that was used in here for grinding the corn.
Flour, yeah.
Yeah, and there was the oven outside where Brittany was opening the windows originally.
Okay.
And people would travel through because the road that was up here that we came in on was only built about 40 years ago.
Okay.
So people would take donkey and travel back and forth through the area.
And this provided the bread
Yeah.
for the entire village.
So our neighbor in his 70s, he remembers coming here as a little boy and getting bread. Back here is where the water was channeled through from up above the house and flowed through here, goes into a chamber underneath and would turn the turbine, which would then turn these wheels in the mechanism that's underneath here. So this will be a centerpiece of our, I guess, dining room eventually. So much character in this place.
Yeah. I was excited to watch this unfold before, but now that I'm seeing it in
Now you're
person,
seeing
I
it.
just can't wait now. That's so cool. It's going to be beautiful.
Thank you.
It feels like we bought a museum or something. Like there's so much history here, and like to try to think of what happened here, like with the different families and workers. And
So basically what we've got here is Brittany and Drew's not garage. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's filled with everything that you could possibly need and
In a garage.
yeah, that you don't know that you've got. Brilliant.
all our building materials are here. The only thing we have to do first is learn a little bit of Dutch because so many labels are written in another language.
Really? Okay, yeah.
But here we even have like double paned glass, and the gentleman who we bought it from is a carpenter, so there's a lot of stuff already done.
Wood.
Come on, here.
There might be dragons. Come see.
Open the window. Right?
It's really dark. Hey.
I'll make it a lot brighter for you.
Wow.
I can open the window. Ah, there we go.
You want to carry it around? Okay.
Is that fun?
We have a few.
Beautiful wood, isn't it?
So what? Yeah, that is really huge pieces. Love it.
Yeah, this area was built in about 2012 to 2015.
Okay.
So they did a huge foundation of cement here, and then his dream was like he made a beautiful little miniature model of what the whole thing was going to look like. Yeah, he built it to scale, and
Oh my gosh.
And this giant bag here is actually river clay
Okay.
from the Netherlands.
Hey.
He brought it here all the way from the
yeah,
Netherlands.
Wow.
he trucked a ton of material because he knew he could readily get available there.
Yeah.
All the way down here to Portugal, and this was one of them.
And they put it here before the walls and the roof were built.
Yeah,
It would
because-
be too hard to get this in.
So
Okay.
Now
we
we
better
have
put it in
to-
use.
Yeah, yeah. What are you going to do with it?
Like a Adobe plastering of the walls.
Okay.
And so it breathes, and so
Yeah.
it's really good with moisture and insulation.
Okay.
Pretty crazy.
So this, I'm assuming, would be like bedroom, bathroom.
Yeah.
So I remember you talking about this bigger bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But again, it's so high, we could put a second floor in there.
Yeah.
Well, we're just very glad that we could have you as our guests to the mill. It was a lovely visit.
And we're now taking reservations for 2025, so when you're ready to come back one day,
Yeah,
just
that's it,
give
man.
us a few years to work on things.
Cheers, Drew. Love it.
Otherwise, we have a nice grassy patch you can camp out.
Yeah. Well,
So, how long do you think it's going to take?
Oh boy.
does that mean like a nice lawn like yours too?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I think 2 years we'll have like a good handle on like, I think a lot of it determines not on our building ability, but getting the permits and the steps and the right signatures and contractors that can help. My goal is to build as much of it as possible
Yeah.
and get in there with the guys who can sign off on things. So
Yeah.
we'll see, one step at a time, but I think about 2 years.
I think our
No.
plan. I think the best plan is to like work while the weather is good, and when the winter comes and it's cold and wet, my hope is to take our camper and go to Morocco.
Yeah.
We want this place to have a whimsical feel. It's a mill, it's a moinho. It feels kind of out of a storybook, and we've stepped into it.
Right, and we wanted to have little pieces from all the places that we've loved, and we're blessed to have all of Europe sort of at our fingertips here, and we still have a home on wheels. So
Yeah.
it's think big, be brave, and
Explore.
explore.
Mm.
So, you know, as much as we can, we
Yeah.
will try and live by those words of wisdom.
Yeah. There. All right. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, guys. So what's the plan now?
Looks like the bags are packed.
We're
Best
heading
bit
off.
about the fact that we have to say goodbye is that it's not goodbye, because we'll see you guys
No.
tomorrow
For a beach day.
Yeah.
for a beach,
Beach day. Yeah, that'll be
do it.
fun. Yeah, it'll be bikinis, swim trunks, and armbands.
There you go. That's
Spe-
it.
Speedos?
Spears. Yeah, I'm sure I've got a pair somewhere.
We'll message later and we'll pick our colors out.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
We'll let you guys do that.
At the beach,
Wildly out of our comfort zone.
not normally beach people, but Crusoe's
No.
delighted. It's the biggest sand pit he's ever been in.
And they've arrived!
We've made it.
Like tiny beach blankets, no shade.
Waiting, the day is gone. And sometimes I take a walk, but I forget about the clock. I can slow down. My friends are sitting laughing, but I just keep on laughing. They're knocking on my door, but I'm knocking them down. They say I'm acting crazy, but I just wanna lie in the sun. Whoa, lie in the sun. Now I've been to many places and won so many races. I was a child, yeah. But now my only win is now, and my only wear is when I'm by your side. My friends are sitting laughing, but I just keep on laughing. They're knocking on my door, but I'm knocking them down. They say I'm acting crazy, but I just wanna lie in the sun.